Welcome to another Call of Duty World War II Nintendo Switch rumour roundup. I think this is the biggest video I have made talking about Call of Duty World War II for the Switch. I think this is the biggest rumour roundup I have made so far. So I'm just going to start off with something which I have noticed the community talking about, and that is Activision have put up the ability to link your Nintendo Network ID to CallOfDuty.com again. I do believe they did take that down a couple of years ago. They have now put that back up. Is this a hint that Call of Duty will be coming out for the Switch, whether it be an exclusive Call of Duty game for the Switch or a remastered Call of Duty game, maybe Modern Warfare Remastered, or maybe this year's Call of Duty game, Call of Duty World War II. Is being able to link your Nintendo Network ID a hint that either one of those three options will be happening? I don't think it is, just because a few years ago, like 2 years ago, this ability, this feature was added to CallOfDuty.com, and everybody thought that this meant that the Wii U would get Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Everybody was using that as the main evidence that Black Ops 3 is coming out for the Wii U, and we all know that Black Ops 3 didn't come out for the Wii U. So for me, that is the reason why I believe that this being able to link your Nintendo Network ID on CallOfDuty.com means absolutely nothing. So that is why I'm not taking it into account in terms of me believing, Call of Duty is coming out for the Switch. I don't think this is a hint at all that Call of Duty is coming out for the Switch. So I just wanted to comment on that. It is weird that the feature, it went down and it is now back up, but it didn't mean anything in terms of Black Ops 3 coming out for the Wii U, and I think it means nothing in terms of Call of Duty coming out for the Switch. That's just how I see it, but I'm sure you might see it different to me, and if you do, then list your thoughts in the comment section below, and list your thoughts about linking your Nintendo Network ID on CallOfDuty.com. Do you think it means anything? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Moving on to the reason why I made this video in the first place, this is the concrete part of this video. So in a recent Call of Duty World War II Switch video, which you can find on the channel or in the series playlist, I have a source who got told about the NX Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and I do believe Steve, before they were known in the community. And pretty much this person got told about a Call of Duty game coming out for the Switch made by Beenox, but they weren't sure whether it was Call of Duty World War II or a remastered version of Call of Duty. Now this source has more information about this Call of Duty game, and it is interesting, but it is massive at the same time. This is what the source is now saying about Call of Duty for the Switch. Yes, I had some info on an exclusive game, but I think Beenox gave up on this idea for not making a subpar Call of Duty like the Call of Duty game on PS Vita. So this is absolutely massive. This is huge, because what this says is that Beenox were not working on Call of Duty World War II or a remastered game like Modern Warfare Remastered for the Switch. What they were working on, what Activision got Beenox to work on for the Switch, was an exclusive Call of Duty game like what the PS Vita got. But Beenox, Activision, they decided to cancel the project because it turned out to be a subpar Call of Duty game like what the PS Vita got. That wasn't a full-on Call of Duty experience. It sounds like to me that the Switch was going to be getting a Call of Duty game that wasn't really a full-on Call of Duty game. So it sounds like to me that they did decide to pull the plug on that project. Now, what on earth does this mean? What on earth could this mean for Call of Duty on the Switch? Was this the only project that they were working on for the Switch? Or were they working on a a Call of Duty game other than an exclusive game? Are they working on Call of Duty World War II, a Modern Warfare Remastered, or were they only working on this exclusive game? You got to look at the other stuff that have been talking about recently on the channel as well. Beenox did post about the Switch reveal in October, but maybe at that time they were working on this exclusive game for the Switch, and maybe since that post, maybe things have changed, and maybe Activision have moved them over to a different Call of Duty project, because we know that Beenox are working on a Call of Duty project, but like what I've said many a times, it doesn't necessarily have to be for the Switch. They could be working on making Modern Warfare Remastered separately. Maybe there is a process that is needed for that to happen, because it does look likely that Modern Warfare Remastered will be sold separately, so maybe Beenox are working on that. Or maybe Beenox are helping out Sledgehammer with Call of Duty World War II. Maybe they are helping out with making weapons, like supply drop weapons, or supply drop content, or maybe DLC maps, or maybe the season pass content. Maybe Beenox are helping out with that sort of stuff. So maybe Beenox aren't working on a Call of Duty game for the Switch. I am now believing that Call of Duty will not be coming out for the Switch this year, based on what this person has had to say. Just because this person got the NX right, they got Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle right, and they got Steep coming out for the Switch right as well. And I think they are right about this as well. Who knows, like what I've said before, maybe Beenox are porting Call of Duty World War II for the Switch, or a Modern Warfare Remastered for the Switch. But we don't know that at this moment in time. We don't have anything concrete to go on. What we do know from this source, again, it's up to you whether you believe it or not, but this person, like I said before, they got the NX, they got Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle right, and they got Steep for the Switch right as well. What this person is saying is that Beenox were working on an exclusive Call of Duty game for the Switch, but it has been cancelled. So, yeah, for me, I'm starting to believe that maybe we will not get a Call of Duty game for the Switch this year, and maybe that was the only Call of Duty project that they were working on the Switch. That was the only Call of Duty game in development for the Switch, and maybe we aren't getting a Call of Duty game this year. But of course, I will keep you guys up to date with all of the information that I get from my sources about Call of Duty for the Switch. My swingometer, it was starting to move over to the camp that, we're starting to believe that Call of Duty was coming out for the Switch this year. Now my swingometer is moving over back towards where I was before, and that was that Call of Duty isn't coming out for the Switch this year. But I will talk more about Call of Duty for the Switch next week on my channel, just because I will be asking, will we get a Call of Duty announcement at E3 2017? But it's time for me to press the stop button, just because I'm sure you guys can hear in the background there is a massive flipping truck going up on my street, causing a racket. I'm trying to talk as loud as possible so that you guys can't hear it, but let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Do you think that we are going to be getting a Call of Duty game this year? Do you think it will be Call of Duty World War II? Do you think it will be Modern Warfare Remastered? Or do you think Beenox were only working on this exclusive Call of Duty game for the Switch, and do you think it has been cancelled? Do you think that is true, what the source is saying? Definitely, I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say, but I pretty much believe at this point that Beenox were only working on this exclusive game for the Switch, and Activision, Beenox, they cancelled this project. I don't think we'll be getting anything else apart from that exclusive game, so I don't think we will be getting anything Call of Duty related this year. But who knows, I could be wrong. Hopefully I am wrong, because you guys know that I would love to play a Call of Duty game remote control, HD Rumble on the Switch this year. And yeah, like I said, I will be keeping you guys up to date with everything that I do get. But at this moment, I just have to say that I don't believe we will be getting anything this year. But hopefully, I am wrong. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about this in the comment section below. I think this is huge Call of Duty news for the Switch. I think this is the biggest news that we have had so far. So yeah, until we get anything concrete to say otherwise, I'm just going to think that we aren't going to be getting a Call of Duty game for the Switch this year. And maybe all of the stuff that I have talked about could be explained, like Beenox liking or posting about the Switch reveal on their Facebook page. And you know, they said a Beenox employee said that they are working on a Call of Duty project. Maybe, you know, that could be explained with other stuff that I've already mentioned before in this video. But that is it for this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.